life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down.
All right. Hey, everybody. This is the SMB Radio Presents the Power Review Show. This is episode 403. Although we did miss last week's episode, I'm pretty sure everybody's all caught up. I mean, I don't know if you want to really do a real quick skim of it. I mean,
not really.
Not really. Yeah, we're pretty good.
Probably go back and forth.
Yeah, we apologize.
Let's not go to the past, yes?
Right. We apologize that we weren't here. Obviously, it was July 4th weekend, so unfortunately we were out. But we are here for episode 403, titled The Kind of Man You Are. And boy, this was a great episode. Right. Well, let's just to talk about the series and the season. All in all, so far so good for the first three shows have been spot on.
Yo, and mind you, it's crazy without too much violence.
Right.
Last week's episode, you
or
had
nudity.
Yeah, we could use some more of that, but
yeah,
that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Point is, yo, last week you had Tommy run over dude while playing Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most violence you've seen thus far. But I think the lawyer dynamics and everything is still very entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm liking this season.
Absolutely. So, one person that is really, this is his time to shine has been Proctor. First and foremost, I mean, to get Ghost off. First of all, not even that. So you have a new lawyer on board, teaming up with Proctor. What's the gentleman's name?
Terry Silver.
Terry Silver. Okay, so he is now working with Proctor and trying to help acquit Ghost. And the funny thing is, but this new lawyer seems to not believe Ghost for whatever reason. He has that
There's
whole
no scene.
Right. He just has that uppity Negro aspect of
I just like your kind.
Right, exactly. I'm not gonna use the C word, but it's very close.
I will.
It's very close.
I'll call him Terry Silver Coon.
very, very fair enough.
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts on Proctor's role and his confrontation? Not only just because you saw him communicating with everybody this episode, Ghost, obviously, Tommy, the new lawyer, just everything as a whole. What is your thoughts on that?
Right? Yeah.
Keisha as well.
Tasha,
What are your thoughts on that?
He's going to find himself in a rock and a hard place, though. I hope he remains as ethical as possible.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he seems to, he'll do whatever it takes to win it. I don't want him getting caught up. I actually like him. I like him a lot.
And let's not forget the whole, I guess, the dynamic between his wife and his daughter. I feel like it's going to play a role down the line.
Absolutely.
So we should be careful of that. You have little Tariq. Everybody's little Tariq, who is
everybody wants to beat Tariq.
Deservedly so. That's fair to say. You're seeing that dynamic with he meets up with Kanan again. His sister, I forget what's the sister's name.
Raina.
Yeah. Okay. So you see where the kids are kind of being in the spotlight. The paparazzi are around. They're taking pictures
on the cover of the paper.
Right, which really affects Ghost. And so you're seeing, other students start to tease Raina. And then Tariq comes out of nowhere, where one of the great thing he does is defend his sister, and then runs off and whatever. And now you have the role of Telisi, who is who's also an inmate in the jail. He is with the wife that has cancer, and we mentioned this. He needed money.
Now, is he some sort of gangster or mobster or something?
Right.
Okay.
Very, very well known.
From Bell Boulevard.
Right. But apparently, Ghost didn't know who he was. But and I think there's something much more to him.
Especially his relationship with
Tommy. Yes.
Right.
Clearly.
Like this, I don't know what it is.
I think that's Tommy's father.
We all.
That's the first thing I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's something it just seems like it's a little bit weird. But anyway, so he finally figures out, well, listen, this guy, Ghost he had truth. He had all these, he was quite successful. It shut off? Okay. So anyway, so he had all the he finds out Ghost is all successful, has all this money, so he finds a way to really get info on Ghost and then say, all right, I'm going to try to shake him down for money and try to pay for his wife's cancer treatment. What do you guys think about that and Telisi as a whole? Besides the whole Tommy being his son situation.
That's going to be interesting.
I think that he wanted to get the money to make sure his wife stays a long time because he wants to keep her a little longer, so he's doing whatever it takes. It's quite honestly $20,000 a week, though. I don't know. That's a little crazy.
Well, he's a gangster, so that makes total sense to me.
It makes total sense.
Were you going to ask for $500?
But look at the perspective of Ghost. I mean, he had to pay a lot of money elsewhere as well, too. So where's the money going to be coming from?
Talisa doesn't care about that, though.
Exactly. The thing is, this Ghost going to be able to come up with the money. Because remember, not to go back to the past as much, but the salary, Tasha, all the money, the funds were just being depleted elsewhere. He's paying other people. He has Dre getting money to pay off Kanan.
Right.
So eventually he's going to come out where he has no money, and then somebody's going to talk.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. And then one of the things that we forgot to mention, obviously, when the episode started, you saw all these prime characters, whether it was Keisha, it was Dre, and who was the other gentleman? Julio. They were all
718.
Yeah, they all got bagged by the feds for questioning. Nothing we thought it was something a lot more serious. We thought it's over. We were all we were about to show some tears. Like it's all the kingdom is about to fall apart, but no, they were just brought in for questioning.
By the way, not to jump to the projections too early, but either Julio or Dre or both of them die soon enough.
This season,
they're
believe.
starting to
Yeah.
clash. Dre did some slime bullshit. He actually told Tommy,
Yes.
they had us both, but they had Julio a lot
Yeah, a little longer, right.
Like trying to put things.
He's trying to
you
break up,
notice,
yeah.
Tommy got to a point where Tommy started throwing shots at him, like, you just can't trust anybody. At
Right,
Julio.
right.
Julio was weak in last week's episode, and now there's a trust issue.
Yeah.
That may be a problem.
Right. So they all get back. They all get back for questioning. And so they're just trying to find the connection. And you kind of see the case. Was one thing I like about this season is that they kind of breaking down the case in kind of segments. So this episode was more concentrating on the DNA. Let's get the DNA thrown out.
Right.
How do we get the DNA thrown out? One of the questions we kept asking ourselves is how they find Ghost's DNA on his fingernails.
We forgot.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
Right.
Come to find out, we forgot that, yes, Greg Knox pulled him over and pushed him against the car. So that's probably how his DNA ended up on Greg Knox.
Right.
So this is why Proctor is so important in this episode on Altogether. They find the tape of the actual traffic stop, which was illegal. Greg Knox never documented it, never reported it. And so they were able to prove it in court, and fortunately they had to throw it out. It was a negotiation play with the prosecution, but come to find out they had to get rid of it. So that's why I say Proctor is such an important character, which I didn't believe would be. I didn't believe him to be this huge, but he's been unbelievable.
I knew it was going to be huge when I started the way they showed the scene where he was starting to take deals from Tommy.
Right.
The undercutting of the drugs, putting him behind the scenes,
When he
going
beat
to certain
that
areas.
case, you knew he was serious. When he got
Yes.
Tommy off, that was a serious thing.
Right.
And he's doing something that to almost reminiscent of real life with the OJ situation.
Right.
Once you start messing with the evidence and the people's that are putting
Yep.
the evidence
Yep.
together, their integrity. Once you start doing that, you give
Absolutely.
the jury a what? Shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Once the jury has doubt,
Yeah.
never know.
One character who's become a real wild card and we forgot about, but come to find out he is very important in this case, is the gentleman that Greg Knox was in contact with.
The Homeland Security guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, his
yeah.
name is Bailey. Bailey Markham.
Right. And so he has become this, you see him back in the scene, and his main objective is to clear Greg Knox's name. All right. That's his prime objective. He has the tape, remember, of Ghost and Tommy admitting to killing Lobos. We all forget that. So I kind of feel like he is kind of the wild card where he's going to make a huge break in the case, although all the evidence he does have is inadmissible.
Wow.
But I kind of feel like,
He's going to die.
well,
But I
he has a meeting with Sandoval.
Yes.
Right, but I also feel before he dies, he's going to take Angela down with him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because he has a true vendetta.
Against her, yes.
Because
absolutely.
they have a meeting in which he says, Greg Knox is not dead if you don't leave him for Ghost. And so, he definitely has a vendetta out against
He's
Angela.
been
I think we
following her.
all do, though. I think we've gotten to the point where we all hate Angela.
Look at the beginning.
She
of
hates
the beginning.
herself. Truth be
Exactly, she
told.
does. You saw,
Right.
she's starting to feel guilty now. You saw in the beginning of the episode when she went to the funeral,
Right.
and you saw Bailey right there at the end, just watching her,
Right.
and then move on. So
She said
he's
she's like,
going
yo,
to-
his family doesn't want to see me. Like she knows what time it is.
Right. So, I think we all continue. We still hate Angie.
Correct.
I think nothing changed with that. We didn't see much of Tasha, although there is a scheme for the prosecution to, I forget what it's called, and they mentioned it in the episode, but apparently to get her on the stand,
so you
and
won't-
right,
yeah.
and if she doesn't
Yeah.
agree to, they can prosecute
should
her.
be an accomplice rather than a spouse.
Exactly. Right. So because they wanted to know when they actually separated.
Right.
So that would help out the prosecution. So we didn't see much of Tasha after that, though.
No.
Not a lot of Kanan. The only thing we did see was Tariq scheme with Kanan to get one of his friends' houses robbed.
Kanan pouring the lean for him.
Right. What I don't understand
The whole lean thing.
Yeah.
I thought that was done in 2009, but you know.
No, I mean no, that's still prominent now. I'm just saying like
listen to any Future records.
Yeah.
Good if you don't. Yes.
But, and that's another thing I see working against him in the future episode. He's gonna do something stupid on lean. I don't know what it is, but
Right.
forget the fact that he fell asleep at the series finale last year.
I'll
But
tell you what, he's going to do something stupid like reveal who Kanan is when he finds out who Kanan is.
That's
He doesn't know
not
yet.
stupid though.
No, I'm talking about as far as screwing Kanan. If he's going to get caught on lean, my prediction is he's going to be caught on lean. He's going to get questioned by either the parents or somebody, or even Tommy, and then he's going to reveal to Tommy that who he's been talking to.
I don't think he know.
He
Doesn't
doesn't
know
know
him
who
by
Kanan
Kanan.
is.
He doesn't.
will.
He doesn't know
I
by
think he will.
Kanan.
But if he
He
has
will.
like a picture with
He's
him
going
or
to
something
have
like that.
Exactly. It's
I don't
gonna,
know, yo,
somewhere,
Kanan-
somewhere,
Kanan's
it's going to be
so-
his mistake that's going to reveal Kanan.
Kanan's so soft, he might take him to damn Coney Island or some shit and take a picture with him.
Yeah,
Like he has
right.
like a brotherly thing for
Yeah.
him.
Right. I don't. Yeah. I mean, we
Or
didn't see a lot of
son
Kanan.
that he never had, because remember what happened.
Right.
Well, he
He
had
had to
that
kill
son. He
his.
just went
He
to
had to kill him,
jail.
but because
But he never got the chance
lost.
to grow up with
He
him.
lost his son
Yeah,
to
but I don't-
Ghost. So now Ghost has a son that he's trying to.
It's
take.
very reminiscent of Ghost
Exactly.
and
But
Sean.
Kanan to me isn't father of the year. Like, oh, this is replacing my son
No,
that I
no,
had to
no.
off. You know what I'm saying?
But
He had
you
love
know,
for his
when
son,
it
though.
was when it was suggested to do something dangerous to him to hurt him and this and the third, Kanan was the first one. Like, nah.
Right.
Like Kanan has a love for him. Don't let the
Right,
those
yeah.
old leathers he's wearing and that jean jacket he had on fool you. Like he's got love for the kid.
But they always say, even though you could be the toughest criminal, once you get to know somebody, emotions are attached. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, yo, he likes
Separate.
Tariq.
And so we have Keisha also. She's more concerned about just the whole situation now. She's concerned. What are the predictions for next episode? I mean,
Keisha does not trust Tasha at all. Keisha's now putting it into Tommy's head that Keisha is going to talk. She lost faith. Keisha thinks that Tasha is going to break down.
because of the kids, though.
Yes.
And she admitted she would probably do the same thing to protect the kids. You ask anybody, they probably do the same thing to protect their kids. I don't fault Tasha, especially you cheated on me with the woman she's the reason why you're in jail. And you know what? To save myself and my kids, because remember, if they both end up locked up, those two kids end up at the system.
Yeah.
So
Right.
And Tariq already bad. He don't need to end up in no
he don't need to
no one's system.
He don't need to be in anybody's system. So, so that is an option. What do you kind of predict for the next episode, essentially? Because we saw the trailer. Now I guess the next part of evidence is the gun now.
Yes.
Because we now saw that they Sandoval hid the gun. Planted the gun. Excuse me. In Ghost's office bar area. Okay, so we all know, yes, Sandoval is crooked, but we're all assuming, hopefully, that there is a camera in that office.
Yes.
Yep.
I think we remember there is a camera in that office. So there's some way we got to find out how they discovered the footage of him planting it.
Also goes with that phone.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Also
Yeah.
keep that in mind. That's going to play a part. It seems that the defense case is getting stronger.
Right.
And they took a big W with this DNA.
Oh, absolutely.
A
Getting that thrown out was
massive
huge.
W.
Was
So
huge.
it looks like the case, Ghost is getting closer and closer. We're not having a party at Truth yet,
No,
the
no.
welcome home
No,
party.
no.
But we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer.
Right. I just wonder how they find that footage. I'm wondering how. I just wonder what the dynamic, because now Tommy is truly in the lead, and obviously you see Tommy dealing with the new shipment from Chicago, so that's going to be another dynamic that, for some reason, Julio, I don't trust Julio whatsoever. Julio just seems a bit soft to me.
I actually do trust him.
I don't think he's a bad guy. I just
I
think
don't
he's
think
not.
so either, 'cause
I don't know
Dude.
because
I feel like we would have seen it when he was getting interviewed.
When the cops broke him down, exactly.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah,
like,
but
no, like he saved me. I feel like that's a big thing for me.
the thing with him is that he was just so quick to shut down operations right off the bat, just off of.
He should
he's
have.
But
smart.
he's careful.
Smart.
He's smart.
He
Which Tommy
should've.
isn't.
Dre's not, because you clearly tell that the white girl to keep on going. But my whole thing is, Dre, you're doing it because you owe $45,000 a week
Exactly.
to somebody.
So Dre gotta be
He's
smart,
not
too.
thinking with his head. He could clearly go back and say, listen, I can't get this. If I keep on, everyone is going down. But he chose not to. He chose to keep on doing
So
it.
now here's what happens now. The fact that Dre has to continue to get this drugs out because he has to pay Kanan. Tommy could find out too. Because think about it. The amount of
Right.
revenue that's coming, the math is not going to add up eventually.
Right.
Right, of course.
So Dre got to play smart, unfortunately, in a dumb way.
Him or Julio won't be in season 5. I guarantee it.
Right. You don't think Julio or Dre?
Them fools gonna be sitting here watching it with us. One of them, I guarantee it. Humming the theme right along with us. I guarantee it. Yeah.
Talking about I used to be on this show.
You know that was me, right?
All right, that is the Power Review Show, episode 403, The Kind of Man You Are. This is Sunday morning breakfast for Bino, for Voice, for Crystal, and I'm Preach. You'll check us out next week, episode 404. We look forward to that one, and we are out. Peace.